Okay. So this is just the sample scene. I think I need to blow my nose because I'm about to gag on my own snot right now. Ah! Oh, God. Okie doke. So, am I actually picking up my voice? I need to make sure I'm picking up my voice. This is just the sample scene. No, I'm definitely picking up my voice. Okay, this is just a sample scene. So, what I need to do is I need to start on levels. So, I'm saving that. Let's go to our scenes. And we'll just duplicate this guy and call him 1. Very ominous. Ignore. Never mind. Open up 1. Am I in 1? Can I... Ugh. Either way, they're both the same thing. I don't care. We're in 1. We're in 1 now. Okay. So, on my grid here, let's just delete everything. Now, level 1, in my opinion, needs to be... whoa, did I lose my YouTube thing? I'm live right now. Live now, yes, okay. No, how do I get back to the chat? In my opinion, needs to be... I don't know how I get back to this, Okay, let's just open up tabs until... There it is. Got it back now. Okay. Sorry, I'm a YouTube noob. Alright, so the first level, IMO. First of all, let's get rid of all this stuff and push it into prefabs. Trip laser, laser turret, energy ball. All these things can go into prefabs now. Okay, and then let's get rid of them. Okay. So the first level needs to be a tutorial. There's not going to be anything, any hazards, no way to die. You just need to figure out how this thing is supposed to work. And you know, I need to kind of be thinking about what I want the story of this thing to be, which I haven't given any thought to at all. Other than maybe your heist, it's a heist thing. But yeah, this first level needs to just be figuring out how to work the gravity controls. So let's just make a nice wall. I can't tell how... I think on our game thing, before I continue, I feel like I need to figure out what I want the resolution on this thing to be. And I think I want it to be 960 by 640 like I usually do. So let's go to our scene and make sure that that lines up with something. Alright. So then I want to put like a bunch of rando shit. Okay. That's a nice little 4 block. I can do this as a nice little 6 block. And then just one of these to go over here. Alright, that's a nice little wall. So now for this bit, we'll just keep grabbing random 6 blocks. Okay. Actually, we'll go ahead and put that under it too. Just in case you can see a little bit past. And then oh, that's too much similarity there. I wish I hadn't put these two right next to each other. Okay. Just keep grabbing 4 blocks. Oh. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I think what I want is to have a little lip up here. And that's where the goal of the stage is going to be. But I probably need to move that down some because I want a ceiling on this thing. That's not going to work. I need bottoms. Ha! Bottoms! Oh, those two are right next to each other. So let's get this right here to go there. No, those two are right next to each other now. I just don't want to have stuff right next to each other. That looks pretty good. And over here I just want a thin wall. Or do I? I might go away with a thick wall. Let's just grab this whole block here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So now, that's a good first level because what I can do here is this will be impossible. This will be impossible for you to solve without figuring out. Whoa, why'd I get a little wimpy jump? Like a little. Whoa, hey. Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't see that as an issue. So that down thing. Okay, this guy needs to be a prefab for sure because I want to make changes to him. I want it to go to everybody. So the down trigger is way too wide. It's much wider than it's wider than the right and left triggers. Yeah, see that? It's wider than the right and left triggers. That's the issue. So if we just take this and bring it in some, how much is kind of a question. But as long as it's inside the right and left triggers, it should be fine. Do I want that much of a hit detection? I don't think we're going to be having slanted floors, so I don't think so. Let's bring it in some. That's probably pretty good. So now we have a nice little, these extend past the actual player's hitbox substantially, but they're not wider than anything. Okay, so let's try that. I shouldn't be able to go over this thing and just wall climb. Yeah, okay, good. This one either. All right, good. So now, the only way to solve this level is to do that. Okay. Speaking of, I gotta have my level goal in here, so let's get a new script. So this is probably bad practice, but what I'm going to do is void on collision enter 2D, or trigger enter. Is that a thing? So on trigger enter 2D, I want to, let's get scene manager in here so I can start fucking around. So we're going to want to do scene manager load scene, but the scene build index is something that we get from, I have this done in another script. I can't remember how to do it. It should be pretty simple. Let's look at the last jam. That's what it is. Scene manager.getActiveScene.buildIndex. Just get the whole line. We know what's up. Okay. Oh right, it can't just be any collision trigger. Var player equals collision dot get components player player machine. You know what? I have that thing set up as a state machine, but I don't think I'm actually going to need it this time because literally the player only has one state, and that's walking around. Walking around. When he dies, I feel like I'm just going to get rid of him and replace it with an explosion like blah, 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 like on Mega Man. So I think he's only ever going to have one state. But you know, if I want to make him stop for dialogue purposes or something, I got to do this. But I won't be putting dialogue into this game because I think it hurt me in the last one. I think the little I think people hated that. So if player equals null, return. Otherwise, let's load the next scene. And I'll never need to touch that script again. So let's put it in the actual scene here. I'll just make a cube. It's kind of a hassle, but it is not a hard way to do this. So I'll turn off the mesh renderer, and I'll remove the box collider, and I'll add the box collider, and we'll make it is trigger, and then we'll add the level goal script. Okay. Now I need to actually I don't need to sleep. It's 9 o'clock. First of all, I'm gonna make this a little bigger because there's no reason not to. Okay. But I will scoot it over a little bit to where it happens when you walk off screen. So, did I just get a message? What's up? What's up? My driveway noticed some activity. Somebody just driving by. Okay, whatever. I think before I move on, I need to work on the player death. No, I don't need to. I don't need to do that. Okay. Yeah, no, I do need to do it a little bit, for fuck's sake. So I need... I don't want to draw the explosion stuff right now, but I do want to make a... I do want to make an object that just plays this out, piano cat, player death. And I think what I want to do is make a script here that says restart level. And at the start, I just want to start a coroutine. Well, yeah. Start coroutine. No, that's what the thing's called. Restart timer. And I think we can use the same logic that we did in the other script without the +1. Right. And so all I need to do now is introduce this as a field, or a property rather. And we'll give it 2 seconds at first. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, that's great. That's great. And so we'll put this on the empty object that I just made. Or did I make player death? Yep. Give it restart level. And we should see the scene restart over and over again. Yep. 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 Okay. So I want to make a prefab of that. And on our, why do I feel so tired? Could I hung out with baby girl today? I think it is. Spent a lot of time with that baby girl. Okay, player machine .die. Okay. I want to instantiate death objects, and I want to destroy myself. Wow, I want to destroy myself. All right. So now, when the player on the player prefab, I should be able to add this death object, player death. So when he dies, this will be spawned, and it's not. We're not going to see anything, but it's going to reset the scene when he dies. Now I don't have any hazards in here, so let's put one. See if this works. Yeah, that worked perfectly. Excellent. Okay. We don't need this energy ball right now. So, this first level is simple enough. Okay, that's a win. Let's add that to the build index. Yep. Now scenes. Let's dupe this guy. Move on to scene 2. Okay, so this one I think we introduce spikes as a hazard. So I think we make it straightforward. But we put and we're just going to put the exit on the floor, I think. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the exit's just going to be on the floor. What happened to my level goal? Oh, it's not called level goal. Should be. Okay. So the exit's just going to be on the floor, but the player needs to be like right here to start with, because we're going to get rid of some of the sections of this. Yeah, we're going to get rid of like these 2, and then we're also going to get rid of like these 4. I just want it to be just big enough to where you can't possibly jump over it. Okay, so here's spikes as a as a hazard. We're not even going to have any, because I want one option. I want them to get this through their head. That one option is literally just to go up here and walk across the entire level. You know. Okay, that is jumpable. That's easily jump acrossable. Is that what I want? Is this level pattern too small? Do I need to pan out a little bit? I think if I want it bigger, I can pan the camera out and just make it look at the grid. But I think this is fine for now. This is almost not jumpable. Alright, what if I made it one gap bigger? Let's just try it. Hazard side, let's add our spikes. Okay. Yeah, that's not walkable. I mean, that's not jumpable. I think that's perfect. However, if we just come up here and walk on the ceiling, we get across easily. Let's see what happens if I go jump to the middle and then... Yeah, that's good too. All those solutions are good. I'm good with calling this level complete. Let's add it to the build settings. Add open scenes. Okay, next level. I'm gonna bang these out. This level's gonna have this game's gonna have way more levels than my previous games, and they're not gonna be as complex. But they're gonna be fucking awesome. I'm sorry. So let's go to scene 3. Okay, so this one I need to think. This one needs to be a combination. I think this one maybe needs to introduce ceiling spikes. Or maybe vertical walls. I think vertical walls would be the way to go. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's do vertical walls. And then ceiling spikes over here to make sure that you can't just walk along the thing. And then what? Should I make him float jump yet? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Well, see, because this level in and of itself, not too hard. You know, that's pretty easy. I don't think it's a hard concept, so I think that's a fine level, you know. Let's say that's good. I'm calling that. Okay. So level 4. Alright, I think level 4 is going to be an inverse level. To really hammer home the idea that you can walk on the ceiling and do everything on the ceiling. Alright, so let's delete a bunch of shit out of the walkable. Let's add that's pretty good. Now on the hazard, let's do all ceiling spikes. On the floor, do all floor spikes. Now there's two ways that you could do this level. You could either just completely float jump. Oh, ooh, that's hard. That's pretty hard. Okay. I think I need to delete some shit from the hazard because it was showing through just now. Okay. Let's see if it's possible to float jump through this thing. Yeah, totally. That's not hard at all. Okay. But the other acceptable solution to this level is simply anti-graving over here, jump, jump, anti-grav. Super easy. I like this level. Saving that. Now I think on the next level I do make them. No, we'll push that further forward. All right, next level we need to introduce a new mechanic because I don't want them to get 4 levels into this thing and think that that's it for the game. That there's nothing else that it's going to offer. It's just going to be jumping with spikes. So I think the next level has to. Oh, well, first of all, let's save this guy, and then add him to the build. What happened? Did I lose my progress on scene 3? I didn't. I just need to renumber these guys. Okay. Some weird shit's going on right now. So on a build setting, I want to add that open scene, and I want to reorder this. That's okay. Okay, alright, that was okay. Now let's do 2. Now this one, I want to make this one special. So I want to take a bunch of I think I make this one. Nope. I think I want to make them have to pass through and it still be cool. So on the walkable bit, let's well, first of all, let's get rid of everything in the hazard. We're not doing this right now. No hazards. I want to move my level goal to the top. Actually, I want to move my level goal out of the ceiling. That's what I want to do. Okay. So on the walkable, let's get rid of. Oh, where'd I put the level goal? It doesn't matter. I can take it out in a second. So let's get rid of these. Oh. There we go. Alright, and I want my laser let's get my laser prefab. Okay. I don't want it to be easily touchable, so I want it to be right there. So I don't want to be able to hit it by jumping from either direction. Okay, good. So they can't fuck around with it too much. But they can hit it and know that it doesn't do anything. That's fine. So let's grab just a couple of 2 blocks. Yeah, that's good. And let's fill in the side here, so they know that's the only way out. Now the only problem is that way is guarded by lasers. And so we're going to take our trip laser and put him in here. Rotate this guy 90 degrees. There we go. And make it to where it's virtually impossible. I mean, it's definitely going to be impossible to get out of here without hitting one of these things. And then let's make his turret this proximity laser. Okay, does the laser turret need anything? It does. The player. Okay. Alright, now let's add some more trip lasers. I think this is going to be really cool. This is what I've been envisioning this whole time. Alright, let's try this out. Woo! I love it. I love it. Okay. I want to set this level goal kind of high so that you don't hit it right away. So you can see those lasers fire off. That's amazing. All right. I'm saving that. And we're going to add it to the build. Oops. Oops. No. Is it under file? Build settings. Yes. Add open scenes. That's scene 5. All right. Now I want a scene 6 just so I can say I have one, because I want to see what that looks like when we transition to the next level. Actually, I want to play through the whole thing as it stands right now. Save. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to scene 1. This should take me to the next level every time. Okay. Good. 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 Boop, 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 boop. I don't think it triggered. I think I ran right through it. So on that guy, let's make the level goal huge. Can't help but hit that shit. Why are we not loading the next level? I don't think I added 6 to the build settings is why. Add open scenes. That's what it was. Okay, back to 5. Whoa! Why did that guy start with negative gravity? That shouldn't be possible. Oh! I know why. Okay, so if you finish a level with negative gravity, that means that stays. You're setting the physics thing. So I need to have the player state machine on start. Physics. Good Christ. Actually, not on the physics state machine. I need to have it on the gravity switch. Gravity switch, normal gravity equals physics. Oh, this is an issue. Okay. Let's just do this. All right, let's do this. We'll say if so by default the downwards gravity is a negative value. So we'll say if physics 2D dot gravity is greater than 0, as in a positive value, we want it to why did that not work? Oh, dot y. I'm chatting to Andrew. Then physics dot physics 2D, physics 1D dot gravity times equals -1. Okay. So if it's a negative, if it's an inverse gravity, then we're going to make it a positive gravity, and we're going to do that at the start of every gravity switch, and only at the start. After that, it should be up to what you picked. Okay. So if I go out here, yes, perfect. Very well. Very good. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. So, next level. This is 6, or 6. Let's work on 6. So now that we have lasers, we need to start using them more. I want to put in some lasers that you have to avoid because they will for sure kill you. I think just a room full of lasers at this point would be cool. Now that you know how they work. Now that you know how they work, you should be able to not hit them or avoid them. So let's go to the walkable here, and we'll just blank that out, and we'll put back in like these guys to fill that hole. All right. So now I think a laser turret that is I think the closer you get to the goal, the harder I want it to come at you. So I think I'm gonna get rid of all these guys. I'm just gonna work with this one for now. I'm gonna put this one right here, and I'm gonna put a copy of it right up here to where you can't just walk on the ceiling. Is it possible to jump over these? Let's find out. Nope, but it won't hit you though. Unless you're going backwards, then it will totally hit you. Oop. You can jump over. I mean, you'll hit it, but it will not hit you. So I think I want to. It's not an issue of. I think I want to put that at the jump height. Oh, but then I won't. I could just walk right under it if I didn't do that. Okay. Let's put this like right over here, just at the guy's head level to where you can't walk over it. Let's try that. I think that'll make it harder to jump over. Because if you just walk through it, I want it to smoke you. Yeah. Alright, so you get smoked if you just walk through it. But let's see what happens if you try to jump over it. That's no problem. How do I want this level to play out? I think I want... Let's just try like just a random array of trip lasers. And see how they work. I want to put one like right in the middle here. I think I want to put one right here and right here. So I think if you fall through this one fast enough, you won't get hits. Because basically I want you to jump over this and then lift through here and drop down, or to just navigate your way around that one and drop straight down. So let's try that. Okay. Woo! Ha-ha! Smoked! Wait, why do I keep... I'm used to the thing not resetting here. Alright, we know that if we jump over this one... Oh! You know, hit it too early and you got smoked. Oh, yeah, that works. Okay. So if I jump through that, I won't get hit. If I jump through that, I won't get hit. Oh, you do! You get smoked if you jump through that one. Shit! Oh! Okay, so this is where I think the fun comes in. Alright, let's see if I drop straight through here. Nope, you get absolutely obliterated if you do it too close to that turret. So that trip wire right there, where you go right past the turret, that can't exist. Because otherwise, you will get your ass fucking smoked. What can I do differently here? I think I need to just have it to where you can optionally not hit it. Can I get by without hitting it? Yep, I can. Is that too easy? That might be too easy. Let's add another one right here. Okay, so you go whoop. And let's add one that you have to jump over at the end there. Like right there. Just a room full of fucking lasers. So let's see if I just try to... Oh, god damn. Let's see if I try to just go through this like this. Oh, God. So if you get too close here, you just get smoked. What happens? Okay, if you can't just walk through, that's good. I don't... Man, if you hit it too early, you get wrecked. Okay. So... yeah, if you hit that shit at all, you get wrecked. So there's no other way to solve this other than going on the ceiling here. You have to, like... Yes! That's a good level. That's a fucking good level. I like it. Gotta tap dance through the laser beams. Is this one added to the build settings yet? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. So, let's save that. I call that good. And we'll dupe. And go to scene 7. Alright, what do I want to do on this one? I think this one should now be a combination of lasers and spikes. So, let's start with spikes. and make it more difficult through the use of lasers. I think that's a good methodology here. So first of all, what do I want this level to look like spike-wise? You know what? I want to introduce a concept called the I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. The gravity inversion drop, we'll call it. And so basically, I want the only path through this thing to be to gravity up to here and try not to get hit by the spikes, to drop through this hole and then switch gravity and walk along the bottom of this platform and then jump your way out of the level. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, just for starters, I want you to have to do this. Oh. There we go. And then jump out of the level. That's what I want. So, to enforce that and make that happen, that means we can't walk along the ceiling. So, we're going to be deleting all these ceiling tiles. Whoa. Easy. Just one at a time, please. Nope. Yeah, delete all these ceiling tiles to make room for spike tiles. And, you know, what the hell? Some sideways spike tiles over here. I don't know why, but that's what we're doing. Actually, delete that last one. It's too close to the laser turret. Alright. And so, I want all spike tiles up there. I want a laser. I want a trip laser up here. That's basically saying I'm gonna block you. Oh, I don't want it to rotate 90 degrees. Or not rotate 90 degrees, I should say. I want to put it right here and says you're not going past this unless you want to get your ass smoked. And then I want to have one more laser obstacle to jump over, which I think is going to go right here. So it's going to be pretty easy to jump over, but I want it to be obvious that that's what you're doing. We'll put it like right there. And I want to have another one right here to where it's obvious that you're not going to be walking through this shit. Or you know what? I wonder if I could just do that. I wonder if I could, instead of having spikes, I wonder if I just made the whole floor trip lasers right here instead of spikes. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I want them to think that they can walk through, but they can't. Actually, you don't even have to have the whole floor. You just take the laser sensor 0 and move it like over here. Okay. Because if you're really good at dodging lasers somehow, maybe you could just walk through that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it's possible. Oh, you know what? If you don't stay in the laser... Okay, so that's an issue. I think on a cooldown, I need to make the thing just constantly fire at you. So, where's my trip laser? Okay, so instead of on trigger enter here, we'll do... stay, and do the same. We'll extract this method here. Check for bullet. Okay. So that's going to fire at a really high rate, and I don't want that. So I'm going to have to inevitably put a cooldown on this thing. But I just want to see what it looks like right now, firing at the 30 frames a second rate. Woo! Yeah, that's... That actually looked pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Let's see what it looks like when you actually flip through a laser. Oh, no, I hit the spikes there. See, this is going to be hard to get that just right. Oh, yeah. That's fucked. I don't know, man. That's not terrible. I don't hate it. I want to go back to some earlier levels and see what it looks like first. On, like, ones that you're supposed to be able to get past. Like, let's see if I can jump over this guy. Oh! Boof. Yeah, you still can. You still can. I don't know about that. Andrew, provide me in one chat or another with input on whether you think that needs to have a cooldown or if just firing full blast like that is okay. Now, onto this level again. So, I think this level you can beat without... So, if you just try to walk through this thing, you get your ass fucking obliterated. So, let's try to... Goddamn. I'm fine with getting your ass obliterated when you cross the line. Whoa. Okay. See, you can make it through this whole level without touching a laser. Fuck! Ooh! You touch that at all and you get fucked. Okay. I like it for now. I will make that tweak later if I feel like I need to. Where's my level goal? Because I'm sure it's not in the right spot. Or is it? Where's my gizmos? Where is it? Oh, it's up there. I don't think the level goal was in the right place on the last level. I think I probably need to move it. Yeah, it wasn't. Okay. Build. Add to the build. Okay, that's another level. Another level. There you go, Bobby. Good job, Bobby. Alright, that's a pretty hard one. I like that a lot. How many levels did I go before I introduced the turret? 4. So I think 12 levels all in all in this game will probably be good. So let's make this next level the last level with lasers. Or not the last level with lasers, but the last level before we introduce the energy ball. So let's I want you to see, Andrew, I want you to see the album art for this. Actually, I think I need to Google it. Technokinesis by Manganico. I think you'll appreciate this anime-ass album art. Is it Manganello? Have I been saying Manganico this whole time? No, it's not Manganello. It's Meganico, not Manganico. Where'd I get manga? I know where I get manga. Manganico! There we go. Look at this anime-ass fucking... She's got like... I thought it was her hair at first. I thought it was some sort of shitty ponytail mullet. But she's got like a... you know, like a 20-wire cable plugged into the back of her fucking skull while she's charging her little panda phone. This is the... Yeah, that's a good idea. But you'll have to drop out of the stream because it'll be real confusing with my voice.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Yeah, if yours would be easy, then doing the
Yeah.
delay.
I don't. Let's see if I'll turn on screen share. I wonder if this is gonna like kill my stream. Probably it doesn't. It seems to be doing all right. So let me get your input on something. At first I had it to where when you tripped a laser, it did it on entrance and it fired one shot.
Right.
But then I figured out you could just walk through this thing without being molested. So what I did instead was I said on stay, and so now it just fires a steady blast at you for the entire time that you stay in the laser range. I'll show you what it looks like when you like go through something fast. Shit, that's hard. There you go. See, it's just a little short burst, but it's still a burst. What do you think? Should I do that, or should I have it have some sort of cooldown where it goes do 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 do?
Well, this level's a little interesting because, well, that didn't work there.
Whoa,
so,
that's weird. Oh, I know exactly why that didn't work.
Okay. Well, this level, from looking at it, it looks like you want to go up, and then you want them to go between it, and then like jump underneath the other one.
I'll show you what the solution is for this one.
Yeah. Well, I think I understand what your solution is. So, I don't know if this is the best level to like demonstrate. Do you have another level that's a little bit more standard?
Is that the solution you had in mind?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have a lot more standard.
Yeah, if you got something to look at, that might be a better.
Let me fix this thing before I forget about it. Okay. It's this hitbox right here that's the issue.
I see.
Where's my hitbox? So, nope, wrong way. Nope, I'm doing. Oh, that's weird. It's still on the Y, even though it's because I got it rotated. Okay, so there we go. Now my hitbox is fixed. So let's save that and go back to level 5 where we introduced the lasers to begin with.
Yeah, because from a player perspective, my concern would be that I have no reaction time to get punished on that level in particular.
It really depends on how far away you are from the laser. So you see, like, these aren't hurting you at all. Like, I can jump over this thing and not get hit. It'll probably get me right there. But, like, it really depends on how far away you are. Like, the closer you are to the thing, you know, the harder it is. You really got to go fast through those lasers if you're that close, you know.
Yeah.
So that smoked me.
Yeah, and I think that would have hit you regardless if it was just the one bullet as opposed to the multiple. So that's understandable.
Right.
Oof. But like that, I don't know. Do you have the fire rate as a variable that you can tweak?
I mean, I can easily do that. I'm saying, should I?
Yeah, I'd like to see what it looked like maybe at 75% or 50%, just out of curiosity.
So let's do that real quick.
Yeah, because I was going to say, the way that it looks now, from my perspective, is you're building a game that has, zero threshold for the player. Like, everything is punishing. If you even...
Let's do this on the proximity layer. So what we'll do is we'll have a rabbit bull cooldown. And
now
sorry.
Is that turret static location for every map, or do you move it around?
I can move it around.
Okay, because that may be the difference on some maps.
Yeah, for sure. The placement of the turret is like I started off with it on the left because I wanted you to exit the level without any real chance of you being killed by it.
Right.
But like, I ended up putting it on the right because I wanted you to have a harder time exiting the level than getting started in the level.
I see.
Yeah. So, and I could put it on the ceiling. I could put it anywhere really.
Well, if that's your design philosophy, is that as you get closer to the end,
it should be harder.
You want them to be more skill oriented. Then I think absolutely. It's not like those levels are impossible.
Well, see, so that first shot that comes out.
Yeah.
If you're too close to the thing, it's gonna kill you no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, because it's moving at a pretty good clip. So let's start with a fire rate of 1 here, and let me just implement this shit. Start coroutine. Cooldown. I need to make that now. Okay. Coroutines are super dope, by the way, in terms of like timing things like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you had one on the firework game we worked on. I saw it.
Probably I did.
Yeah.
But it's really good for like, say I just want something to live for like 2 seconds and then kill itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'll do here is say CD equals false. And here on fire, I'll say CD equals true. And so if CD equals true, or no, it's just if CD return. All right, so now if we're on cooldown, fire just returns. It doesn't do anything. And then we start a coroutine to wait for the fire rate time and to set CD to false. And the next time you fire, it should fire. So we'll try it at 1 second's going to be shitty. So like, let me make it something else. We'll make it 0.1, you know. But this is a prefab that I can tweak the value on. So let's just start it at 0.1 and see what it looks like.
You may want to switch your scene to level 2.
I think this will work because I can go and jump into this first one. That's the other thing. If they go and jump into it experimentally, I want it to kill them. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, that looked much better because it's not like a wave.
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like on the next level real quick.
Okay.
Because the original one that you showed me looked like it was a C-RAM, which I don't know if you're familiar with. That's like the machine that shoots mortars and rockets when they're about to hit a military base. But this one looks...
See, if you go through fast... Oh, shit. But if you just walk through it, it just mows you down.
Yeah, see, I think this, from what I understand about your game, this fits more what you're looking for. Like, you don't want them to just walk straight forward. You want them to jump and have some type of issues. Yeah. What is the solution for this one?
Oh, I almost did it.
Is it to drop under the turret?
No, it's like this. Check this out.
Like to go through it? That's going to confuse people, I guarantee you.
Okay, so maybe I should change the placement of that turret.
Yeah, you need to show them you need to show them the turret's not lethal. Is this your second map?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need to show them that at all. I could just move this slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And to a place where it'd be
that's fair.
To a place where it'd be incredibly unlikely that they would get to without, that's not in the way of the solution, but it's like, because they need to go through this slim little corridor here and not hit this laser to get out of here. So making it to where they're not even close to the turret, I think would help. So let's try it now. Is this one too hard, by the way?
For the second level, probably. I don't know what your third level looks like though in comparison. But you can always shuffle your scenes around. I mean, that's not locked.
See, I think this one's harder because unless you, first of all, this first little thing right here is tricky in general, but then figuring this out,
Yeah.
And then you got to get through that little gap without getting shot.
Well, compared to the second level, this one's definitely more technical.
I almost made it through backwards.
Well, technically backwards is easier because you just have to hop from the platforms. You don't even have to worry about gravity.
True. Yeah. Actually, you could just do that. Shit. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Because, oh fuck, actually you can't do that because you can't make that little hop across without hitting the fucking laser.
Fun.
So you can't actually do that. Oh, whoops. One thing I'd be okay with is if people figure out that they can do this. Oh, fuck.
Oh, and like skill float across.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. It's hard, though. I almost did it. It's really hard. Shit. I mean, you see how hard it is to do that. Especially in a confined space like this.
It looks like you lose altitude as you're going through it.
There's a finesse. Oh! Oh, it's really hard to do, but I'm okay with that if they can manage it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got shot there, but it didn't get me.
Yeah, I think on this map.
So let me walk you through the whole progression, by the way, because I'm not giving any to. Oh yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, before I forget about, I'll go back to the third map.
Third map.
Whatever
not-
one you were. Nope.
This one.
More that. Yeah, that one. So that one, are you wanting it to be like a nice thread the needle between the far right bottom laser and then the I'm not like right where your solution where you hop through?
I see what
Are
you're
you?
saying. We could bring this back a little bit and make it a little easier. So long. I mean, if you get to the
Yeah.
point where you're standing upside down here, I feel like
Yeah.
it's level over. You know.
Yes. So like I was gonna say, slide that bottom laser on the ground a little bit to the left, so like
Yeah.
they can walk all the way to the right, jump. Because I noticed like 2 out of 3 times you're hitting it when you're basically at the finish line. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of
We'll just put it right there, even with the center of this thing.
Yeah.
And then I need to adjust the hitbox. I wish I didn't need to
Well,
adjust the hitbox.
So, and the other thing with this though, if you do that, the solution is not to hop across and finish the level upside down. It's now just turn off
you can
gravity
just
and
drop.
walk out.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like
so-
that. I think I'm going to
Okay.
go back to what I was because I did want you to have to hop across.
Okay. Yeah, because that was my
That's a
big
good
thing.
point. Because I do want you to have to. Oh, it's weird because I do want you to have to hop across, but
It's kind of tight.
maybe I could take this down a little, move this up a little bit.
I would say moving that to the right a little bit more would get what you need, because it's almost like it's too close to it to where you're gonna trigger it. Like I don't know how, without actually playing it. I don't know how it feels.
Let's try it now. See what it feels like. So that was pretty easy. See, I've not hit it once yet.
Yeah, and I feel like they get your point across. Like you're,
And
you're wanting
the reason why I have those right spikes right there is because I want you to die pretty quick if you make that mistake.
Yeah.
And see, let's see if you can just. There's no way to just walk straight through. No, you get murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about if you go? I assume if you go like halfway through it, you get the same thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because the close. Yeah, it's just like right there.
If you hit it at all,
You're done.
unless you just like barely tip the end of it, like we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm. No, I think the laser speed this way is much better because you
Okay.
get the. It doesn't feel like you're just getting hit with a wave of them, even though you technically are. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you,
hit
have
by
you
the
seen?
SAM battery.
Yeah, that's the exact thing, man. Like just. All right, so walk me through your
So,
whole.
Yeah, I'll walk you through everything so far. Which I realize that I'm streaming like the solution to all these things, but guess what? Nobody's watching it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
If I get viewers instead of like people actually playing this thing, I'll be fine. So this is the first level. I want them to not be able to leave this room without figuring out that you can switch the gravity.
So are you gonna do what the other games that we've played before, where they had like the tutorial on the map?
Now, I'm not gonna
Where
have
it's like-
any tutorial at all. The thing I'm trying to do here, the thing I'm always trying to do, and the thing they always punish me for, but I'm gonna stick to it anyway, is the Mega Man concept of you never get any explanation whatsoever. It's just super intuitive. Like every level introduces one new thing at a time. You know.
Yeah.
So like you can't leave this room without figuring out that you can switch the gravity. All right. So this one we're introducing spikes. If we walk on this shit, we explode. We can hop across, but we can't quite hop across that. So in this situation, hey, look, I can just do this whole, walk across the whole thing. Easy breezy. This one's
So
same deal, but
yeah, just to give you feedback as you're actually on the level itself. So on that
Yeah.
last level, well, you're not introducing the lasers yet, so
No.
maybe not. I would say put the spikes on the top of it, above the area where they're standing. That way, it requires them to hop over the spikes themselves.
okay.
if that
That's a
makes
good idea.
sense.
That's a good note. Yeah, no, it does make sense. Let's go to that second level then.
Yeah, because then they're not cheesing it and walking all the way across. You're actually like, if they try to gravity fly up on it, they're gonna say, "Oh, spikes are lethal," or if they miss the jump,
Yeah.
spikes are lethal.
So then let's add spikes all along right here to where you have to be standing right here to go up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that gets your point across.
So if you just immediately gravity right here,
Mm-hmm. Unless
You-
you're doing
you
the thing,
die.
unless you do like the flipping thing that you were doing earlier.
but you can just walk straight across here.
Yep. Yeah, and so
And also,
this-
you cannot actually make it across. I don't think. Let me see if I can make it across without. Ah, fuck.
yeah, and this kind of also gives you a way to gauge the limitation of the player's jump. So like they know how far
Yeah.
they can jump, and so
Right.
you could and later levels adds. Well, your levels are pretty static, so you may not have much for the jumping, but still,
So this one, I'm figuring out that I can just run up here and then drop down. But now what? I can't jump to make this all the way across because of the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to jump, I hit the ceiling spikes. If I just try to walk off, I do that. So you have to figure out that you gravity in the middle and just float down.
Yep.
All right, so this cements in their idea that even though you're on the ceiling, you can still jump.
Do you have the controls reversed, like when you're upside down? Okay.
It's exactly the same.
Yep.
So this one, and there's no way to solve this one without jumping across those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is, but you have to
Yeah, it's the flipping around and doing stuff. Yeah.
So they could do that, but I'm fine. As I said, I'm always fine with the skill flips.
Yeah, I feel like if they're doing the skill flips, they probably grasp the premise of what you're doing. So
this says you can still jump even if you're on the bottom of something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So this one is the one that introduces the lasers as a concept. You can go through this guy, and you can if you want, you can see that he doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
If you try to do this, you'll get smoked. The only way out of this thing, let's see if that's accurate.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you could probably do that.
That's
what I was gonna say.
Not good.
I was gonna say put spikes there as well.
Spikes up there.
Yeah.
Good idea. That's a solid idea.
Because that way it shows them now the fire rate of the turret.
By the way,
this level.
If you ever do something with a tile map and you want to have some of the things in the tile map have like a collision or a script arm or something like that, you make 2 different tile maps, one for the walkable area and one for the hazard. And this entire tile map, if you hit it, it kills you.
Oh.
It only consists of spikes. Right now there's nothing in this tile map at all, so I'm just going to add some spikes here. So everything that I add here, it doesn't matter that they're spikes. It matters that they're in the hazard layer.
I see.
So we have spikes on the ceiling where you can't just walk. You can on the other side, though. I need to put some spikes there.
So, yeah, my recommendation, only put the spikes on the 2 on the top right, because you still would want them to have the ability to gravity through the turret.
Oh, right. To see that thing can't hurt you. Good idea.
Yeah, yeah. Not that they would,
Let's just do this. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. That's what I had in mind personally, because then they can verify that the turret isn't lethal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they might be able to jump over the spikes. I don't know what that would look like.
Let's try it. I think they'll get smoked if they do that. Nope.
Okay, but still, that gets the point across. They can still see the turret.
That's better than just walking through.
Yeah.
But ideally, the solution looks like this. You see that you can go through those lasers, but if you do, the thing will shoot at you, but it has to actually reach you. And so this level says, I can get through that laser, but what about this one? No, it's too close now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. See, and you can't just do the same solution here because you get shot by that thing. Mm-hmm. So, if you go to the ceiling here first, you can't jump over that in the same way that you can't jump over the one on the floor. So you have to, make your way through at a run like that. I don't think that one's too hard, but
I'm almost of the mind that you should switch this one and that other one. Because this one to me has a lower skill entry, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it has, just on its face, it has less lasers.
Yeah, but I mean, to your point about introducing new mechanics,
it's easy enough.
Yeah, the next level is just all lasers. They're, I think, opening up a few of them a little bit, but overall,
let's see how that feels.
Yeah, because now they know about gravity, they know about the spikes, they know enough about the lasers that if they touch it, they're not gonna be able to walk through that.
Fuck. See, I think this one's so hard skill-wise that it was the next to last level for this guy, but this one does have more lasers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, it has
All
more
right,
lasers.
let's try this. If I just go through like that, can I get through this thing without being shot? Yes. So that's an easier solution, I think.
All right. Yep. So seeing that, I changed up hinge because like the way that you demonstrated how you would expect them to solve it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like there was way more risk, but the way you just solved it made it easier.
Easy, right?
Yeah. So.
All right. So we switch them around again.
Yeah. Because I mean that sticks with your philosophy. I don't know. And again, the controls aren't like in my hand.
The reason this still works, even though I switch these things out of order, is because I found this beautiful line of code online. You just say, "What's our active scene?" Do +1. And the same thing for when the player dies. Well, no, the restart level. It's just instead of the +1, just load a current scene again.
Oh.
So no more having to fidget with like putting the number of the level that you want to load, like on shit, make sure that it's all right from start to finish.
Yeah, just in the build indexes.
Yep.
That's super nice, actually.
Safe.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm on to a new level. I haven't thought about what I want the grand finale of the laser level to look like yet. What do I want this to look like? What's going to be the overriding concept? It needs to be some sort of triumphant. For one thing, I think we can put the laser turret right in the center of the fucking level to make it equally hard. If you get hit by any laser at all, you die.
Yes.
But now what? I think I need to empty the level out to like clear my brain.
So are your outer walls always the 2x2?
What do you mean?
So like I noticed on here,
I can make
like
this anything I want. I can zoom it out and make a bigger level if I need to. Like I can do anything we want here.
I guess you're probably gonna work on this again tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on the amount of levels you have. Yeah, because I think a cool
I'm thinking
finale.
about having 12 levels.
Mm-hmm.
The next concept, by the way, the next like thing is this guy.
So what does that do?
If it hits you, it kills you. But it also responds to gravity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it attracted to the player?
No, it's not. It's just rolling on built-in physics.
Gotcha.
So
I thought it was like
let's just drop it a little bit, and it won't do that.
I thought it was like a wisp of will.
No.
Or will-o-wisp, where it's just rolling around the track.
So it follows gravity the same way that the player does,
I see.
So there's a whole another set of levels around fucking around with that.
Yeah, because I think if you're not, well, it kind of changes the perspective of your game. Like if you have the standard map stuff, that's kind of cool all the way through.
I wonder what happens, because I don't like the fact that it goes at the exact same. I wonder if I give it a gravity mod, gravity scale. Yeah, I think that's a super cool idea. Like it goes more to gravity than the player does. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, because then they have to avoid it as a lethal thing as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So any of those things will kill you.
Yeah, I was gonna say a finale map like as a maze almost would be kind of interesting. Where like, or even one where, one where they're solving the map by doing the jumps and dodging lasers, and there's it's one of those games where you've got like 3 moves for you to beat the map, but if you do it more than that, those balls like roll out and they hit you and you're done. So it forces you it forces you to kind of think about it. But no, man, this looks really good. This is kind of what I was hoping back when I was planning on collaborating with you. What I was hoping your last game would have been like with the puzzles and stuff, like just super iterative design where you can just keep adding new mechanics, but it doesn't change the overall gameplay. I think you got a winner here, man. Like this is nice. It looks nice.
Think so?
Consistent. Yeah, it looks good. I assume you did the tile map on your own as well.
Yeah, man. This one has been really like I've not taken a thing, dog, because of the 5, the 5 limit, the 5 color limit. I've had to draw on everything myself, like the laser sensors and the turret, and like this one though, like I all but copied and pasted something from Mega Man X into this. Like I'll show you. This is a concept from a Mega Man X level, except you don't because only play Mega Man Legends.
You mean the only Mega Man game to ever exist.
Let me see if I can find this on YouTube. Somebody playing Boomer Kawanger's level. I don't want to see the boss fight. I want to see the whole level. But this is definitely a concept that I stole from Mega Man X, the tripwire and lasers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as lifting the gravity from the V though.
Yeah, when you were telling me the idea from this, I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's a game that already does this, but I didn't want to say anything because I feel like we do it every time we do these things.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like,
it's just a game jam game.
Yeah, and at the same time, you're adding stuff to your project that you've been working on.
Yeah.
So there's some other benefits there. So
I think it was Boomer Quanger. Let me zoom through this level and make sure that this is the right one.
I see the turret that like rides the wall.
That's not that. This isn't right.
Yeah, it is. Go to the 45 second. Yeah, go to the 45 second.
Oh, yep, it is. It is. Does this look familiar?
Yeah, it looks like.
It even looks exactly the same. Like.
Yeah, but there's a bit of delay on their turrets as well, though, because you don't have gravity to mess with. You got to run or dash in this case.
Well, I tell you what, my game's a one-hit kill, and I give you less lead time than the fucking Mega Man X game does.
Yeah. It's got a lot of interesting stuff. It's got like the platform raising with the traps that you gotta dodge.
Oh yeah, dude, I bought this game today, Mega Man X. I can say with little conceit that Mega Man X is one of the top 10 games on the Super Nintendo. Like, I mean, it is fucking phenomenal. Like, have you ever seen that episode of Sequelitis where he talks about Mega Man?
No. Because
he's talking about these concepts that I'm talking about specifically. It's a terrific episode. But that's where I learned about how Mega Man does that. I never thought about it, but like Mega Man never tells you a single fucking thing about how to play Mega Man. Like the shit's in there if you look in like the game book or whatever. But like otherwise, like if you just sit down and play the game, it says nothing ever. It doesn't tell you that you can hit start and like, pull open your new robot thing. It just tells you that you got a thing so that you'll hit start and go look for it. Like but I mean, it doesn't ever tell you anything about how the enemy mechanics work. You just see one and it hits you and you're like, well, I guess I know how that works now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games from that generation though did that, which is
they had to do that.
Yeah, like I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Although back then, like I enjoyed reading the manuals as well.
Yeah.
Like, you get the character bios and stuff. I don't know. But just so you're aware, Digital Trends says that Mega Man X is not one of the top 25 greatest SNES games.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. I honestly think that if it wasn't for Chrono Trigger, it would be the best non-Nintendo Super Nintendo game.
Well, they said Mega Man X2 was the better one, so
they are out of their fucking minds. Like Mega Man X2 is fucking. I don't know, man.
Here's a
personal preferences, I guess.
Mega Man X continued on as its own separate series alongside the core franchise, and its sequel, Mega Man X2, took all the changes Mega Man X made and polished them with better weapons, bosses, and levels.
I don't agree with the better weapons. Levels, I'll agree that Mega Man X2 had some dope fucking levels. There was at least one boss in Mega Man 2 that was fucking amazing, whatever the ostrich guy was, where instead of being confined to the one screen room like you are with every other boss fight, you know what? I'm willing to go ahead and say Mega Man X2 had better bosses. All right, fine. Maybe Mega Man X2 is better. I don't know. Because I was just thinking about, like, it does have some dope fucking bosses, dude. Like, it messes with some of the concepts of, like, of how, like, in every Mega Man boss, I don't know. But, like, every Mega Man boss is, like, in one room, and the camera doesn't move. You just, you fight in that one little arena.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, Mega Man X2 turns that on its head a little bit. Mega Man X did to a lesser degree. They had Storm Eagle, where you're fighting on top of a moving aircraft carrier that he tries to blow you off of. So that's pretty cool. But like in Mega Man X2, they did even more of that shit. They had the ostrich boss, where you're running along these sand dunes and it goes pretty far from left to right, and he runs around really fast. And like almost every boss in Mega Man X2 had something like that. Like you had to fight this alligator guy who was inside of a giant alligator tank that was ravaging a city. So you're on this giant alligator. The whole level is this giant alligator tank, and then you get to the head of it, and the level is like submerged waist deep in water, and he hides in the fucking water.
Hmm.
It's pretty fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie.
That's interesting. Yeah, whenever we originally had this Mega Man discussion, and I told you that the best Mega Man was Legends, and it's the only one I've ever played. I looked at purchasing the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Yeah.
For the Switch because it was like 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Like they was all there to kind of play through, but
now those are like the NES Mega Mans.
Yeah, they're not the ones for the SNES and stuff, and I don't think the Mega Man X is on Switch, to be honest.
If it is, it'd be on like the Super Nintendo arcade or whatever.
Mega Man. Oh, here we go. They do have it. Yep, they've got Mega Man X, X2, X3, and X4 as a collection. So they have them all. Maybe I'll go out to GameStop on about 2 get 1 free weekend. And,
damn, dude, they're so fucking good.
Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. It also has oh no, it has Mega Man X 1 through 8.
Just look at this amazing piece of pixel art here. That's the first thing that you're greeted with when you start Mega Man X up. That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah, it is because they were skilled artists and they took the time to get better at the craft. Whereas now everybody has 3D models and stuff, and everybody wants to just do pixel art at like a half-ass quality.
Yeah, that's the thing is I would love it if like there's only 2 kinds of pixel art that you see in these indie games. There's like the extremely like stylized like Dead Cells or something like that. Like this extremely stylized like high color like just everything looks like it's in a fucking dream. And then there's like the magicite way of going about things, where it's just like, nope, it's shitty. It's purposely shitty. There's never the like what I would like people to do is like the Neo Geo look, dog, like Neo Geo game. Where it's still pixel art, but it's like it's just phenomenal pixel art. Like it's just this really this is the look I like. Fucking Metal Slug, dog. That's amazing. Man, the animation quality in Metal Slug game. Let's look for Metal Slug gifs. Like this is the kind of thing that I wish there was more of. Holy shit! Look at that. God, that's awesome. There's not enough like indie pixel art games that look like that because that is just an atrocious amount. Like what did the Studio Ghibli guys make this shit? Yeah. Like that's fucking. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at that. What the hell is that? Yeah. And this thing, man, like it seriously looks like Howl's Moving Castle or some shit, man. Like I want to see more of this, and less of the shit I do see. But that's not. I'm not saying I can do that by any means.
No, I can't either. Yeah.
I just wish there was more of that.
No, I absolutely agree. And I think, well, from the context of these jams, like it's not gonna happen. Like, you might get like one good animated background if somebody spends all. And granted, I don't have the skill.
Dude, you would have to. No, I mean, not from the jams. No, I get it. You're not ever gonna see anything like that. But like, I don't see enough of it just in general.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of a cost perspective thing. Like, sure, that stuff looks good, but you're gonna invest hundreds of hours.
Well, let's look at it.
Subjective.
And see, yeah, here we go. That's perfect. Let's look at this thing. Nope. So, see, this is like the low res. This is the low res shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, the low resolution vector art.
Yeah, this is what people like, is the low res pixel art, Now, this looks good. I think this looks good. But, I think their character models don't have enough detail,
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the difference between making an animated thing.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't know. I can talk shit about artists all day because I have
Yeah,
no
yeah. I'm sitting here.
context.
This is like me, like shitting on Allison Brie or something, which I
Yeah.
never would do. She's a fucking angel. She can shit on me. Uh,
Well, that's a topic for a different night, you know.
yeah. So I gotta think what I want the last laser level to look like here and stop fucking around.
Yeah. Well, I think if your intention is to do the energy ball, like introduce that mechanic almost, or unless you're
Oh
wanting
no
to
no.
mix.
So what I want is 4 levels of just spikes, 4 levels of spikes and lasers, and 4 levels of like 1 level of just energy ball, and then like 3 levels of everything.
I see. So you're kind of just tearing them up and merging them together.
Basically, yes. And I'm
Gotcha.
thinking about different backgrounds maybe to go with those.
Hmm.
Uh, but I haven't thought about background. So the last thing I'm going to do in this game, I think, is background art because
Yeah.
it's going to take a horrendous amount of time.
I mean,
See how this is just a plane right here, right?
yeah,
Plain
and I'm probably
color.
not the best. I'm probably not the best one, but like honestly, I think that's fine. Simply from the perspective that it's not taking my eyes away from what's the main goal of the map.
Right. Now, the only thing is though, I do have 5 choices of color for this thing.
Yeah.
I tried it dark, and you couldn't see the outlines of anything, and it didn't look good.
Yeah.
I This is the alternative, is the light, the pure light. I don't think making it red or orange would be a good idea.
No.
So that only leaves one color that I haven't tried, which is the medium. And the medium is what color the foreground and your character are. So I
Yeah.
feel like I've basically narrowed it down to that this has to be the background color.
Yeah, and like I said, my perspective on it is that this looks good because my eyes aren't drawn away from where the interactable stuff is at.
Yeah,
Like it's all I'm focused on.
but like if you look at a Mega Man X level, what I wanted was something like this, where
Gotcha.
you have like a dark background that still has just a lot of cool looking detail. What the fuck is this shit? Ugh.
That's some real
Google image search will
34
put you
stuff.
onto some weird shit. But you see, like, you still can see everything in nice contrast, but it's like got some nice detail back here. And all the Mega Man X levels look like that. They got this dark, this
Well, it
dark
looks.
palette background. But the problem is they're not
Yeah.
working with 5 fucking colors.
Yeah, I think they and without seeing a couple more tracks, just the ones you showed me, like even the purplish one that was there a minute ago. Like it looks like they start from a dark and then they gradient out to lighter colors. So you may be able to get away with
Yeah.
something like that. But as far as to the detail work to make it look
Well,
nice.
with the 5 color, you can't gradient shit.
Well, when I say gradient, I mean like take your dark blue and then
Yeah.
work out to a light blue. I mean, hell, do some dithering.
What I was thinking about, the dithering looks like shit. What I was thinking about, like in terms of detail, was like just having a bunch of just a bunch of pipes and wires, and but it might be too busy. It might distract, like especially from stuff that's really thin, like this laser beam. See, even if
Yeah.
red's the only color, if I put like something behind it, like if I move this guy uh over here, I can't make him go behind that. I don't know, man. I think right. I think it's definitely something I'm not gonna do until I'm like just looking for something to do.
Hmm.
But like I was thinking, like very simple, like having like the background be like a pane of glass or something, where it has just little streaks here and there or something like that. But then I think it's not gonna look right. It's People are just gonna be like, "What is that?"
Yeah,
You know?
that's fair. I mean, and the good thing though is like what you have now works. So anything that you do, you can just nix it unless it looks or unless it adds to the game. Basically, like
Yeah.
this is functional. I'd say no one's going to complain if you don't do anything else because that's. I mean, based on our discussion from a couple of days ago, like you get punished for doing more ambitious
Yeah.
stuff than you do
Yeah.
with just saying like it's not quite as ambitious, but it's good enough to pass the litmus test of there's nothing that looks wonky in it.
Less is
Everything,
definitely more with these guys.
yeah, like everything looks good.
You
Um,
like his little laser eyes when he stands still there, by the way?
yeah, I did notice that. That's pretty cool. Um,
Hurt me
even
more, Snake.
Jesus. Yeah, and it looks like you got the animation cycle down pretty well on him too.
Yeah, I had a rough go with that. Like, I figured some shit out about A-Sprite.
Yeah.
When you're working with a multi-frame animation like this,
Mm-hmm.
um, you might think like I'm right here, I can make changes just to this frame, but really you need to click this square here. Otherwise, it change it changes like this guy for all frames
Yeah.
for whatever reason. So you have to actually click on the thing that you want.
Did you find the onion skin stuff?
Uh, I thought if you just highlight it like that, it did it, but view onion skin.
Yeah, so that way you can click on one frame and it should show you the next one. That way you can kind of measure between the two and stuff like that.
Yeah, now that's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
the head bob there,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah,
know.
and that way, because whenever I watched other tutorials, like people use the onion skin to help them like draw in between the layers and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking at it makes my head hurt, and I don't know how to use it, but I'd happily watch a tutorial of that at some time.
Yeah. No, it's looking good so far, man. Yeah, I'll
So
if you're
hey,
still
let me show you something very important that I learned in this process. Uh, so when you have a sprite, like, is there something in here I haven't fucked with yet? No, there really isn't. Let me just grab something from Google. Sprite. Yeah, sure, Sprite, whatever. No, like pixel art. Here we go. Fine. Actually, I want this instead. Or no, just save the image. Documents. 46. Assets. Sprites. Donut. Okay. So when I pull this guy in, he's probably gonna look like shit. Except he's huge, so he actually looks beautiful. This is not maybe a good example, but actually you can see here what I'm talking about. See this shit? How when I zoom in, it starts to look like shit. Like there's like a little bit of aliasing that's happening right here and all this edge shit.
mm-hmm.
All right, so you can on the import for this guy, you got to do a couple things. First of all, this is important. If you have a 32 by 32 pixel, you need to change this to 32. That just changes the overall size of the thing to where 32 equals 1 unit square in Unity. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not super important. But these next two are point, no filter,
Yep.
and no compression.
Yep. I've been doing that the whole time, so that's good to
Okay,
know.
well,
But I
thanks
didn't
for
know about
telling
the
me.
I didn't know about the pixels per unit, how it actually worked. Because when I do 32 by 32s, I was doing it one.
Well, the way
But
I found it. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I have problems with getting the resolutions not to look like dog shit though.
Yeah.
So
The
that
way I
might be
found
a.
out about the pixel per unit thing, it's
Mm-hmm.
really important for the tile map. Because if you don't do that, then like say you have a nice square tile that fills the entire square on the tile map, when
Right.
you go to place it, it shrinks it down to like 32% of what its size should be to fill that tile. Because you don't have the pixels per unit right. So when you set it to 32, it makes it fill the full tile instead of,
I see.
yeah,
Yeah, that explains. So like that tile game that I've stopped working on for like the past
yeah,
3 weeks, but like that one I had set it to 1 and my shit was all messed up, and then I just set it back to 100,
yeah.
and stuff like that. But that's good to know.
This tile map thing, I have mixed feelings about. You have to do a lot of work up front to make it work right. Like, you don't. A Sprite makes it a little easier because you've got like if I just kill everything,
Mm-hmm.
you've got these squares and there's nothing on here that tell you this, but basically this is a 32 by 32 pixel square.
Yeah.
And so is this, and so is this. But I included just for my own sanity's sake, like I just did this,
Some outlines on it.
and said like because you have to make sure that your tile goes out to the full thing right here, so you don't have little black lines in between like my previous game.
Yeah.
And you also have to take a lot of care to make them line up properly. Uh, so like that's why I drew some of these like the way they go together. And
Hmm.
so when you're in the tile map, when you're in the tile pilot, you can just select two that go together. Like
Yeah.
just like that, and place them out.
So what about your half tiles? Do they not have that outline on them still?
What do you mean?
So go back to A Sprite.
They
You see
do.
the one? Yes. So like when you actually had it in Unity, I didn't see the outlines on those.
There are no.
Oh, because you turn off the grid. Duh.
Yes.
Never mind. I'm like, if that's on and you exported it, why aren't you seeing it? Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. It was a. It's time for bed. Time
Yeah.
for bed.
See how those look a little weird because I've got an edge one and it's got the black outline. So you can just
Yeah.
select like this whole guy here,
Yeah.
and those will make sure they all go together.
Hmm.
Do I have? Oh, that's a bad idea. I have one little
Pixel in between them.
that goes that straddles the line. So
Yeah.
those two have to touch each other. It doesn't make sense. It's still just a half pixel there. It's not a big deal, but like I
Yeah.
thought I didn't have anything like that, but whatever. Oh, whoops.
No, it looks good, man.
You can take this whole block here and just blam, plap it out.
Drop us. In.
Yeah. It just looks a little weird because these two are right next to each other. There's a bunch of cool shit you can do with this. I'm not doing right now, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I think as far as making an iterative game, it's easy to add stuff to. Like you nailed it. How long did it take you to get everything set up? Out of curiosity.
Like to get all the mechanics working and stuff.
Uh, not necessarily all the mechanics. I know you had the gravity working after like an hour or two, but I mean like,
dude. I mean, it's always the way these things go. But like, I've probably spent maybe 3 hours total on coding mechanics, and probably like I don't know, fucking like 6 or 7 hours on art.
that sounds about right for distribution.
Yeah, man. And I've not even drawn that much art. Like you see it all right now. Like this is it. Like this tile
Yeah.
map and this guy and
But
these little guys and
yeah, but it's super reusable though.
like this little the whole trip laser and shoot a turret system took me less time than drawing that turret did.
So,
Yeah,
that's a disappointing reality of this. Right?
it
I mean,
is.
it's just
That's
like
why I
when we
fucking
did
hate
that.
pixel art, man. I mean, it's not like I don't spend a ton of time 3D modeling when I do a 3D game, but
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's the same with the half-assed work I did on the Nomads for art and the Ghost game. Like each of those things took me half an hour a piece.
Yeah.
Like with very little to no animation.
Yeah.
And the animation I did was not great. It was like
The the artwork I did for that game took substantially longer.
Yeah.
Like I remember Saturday morning, I think that was my morning, was the background.
That's why we need to find some sucker that'll do art with us.
Oh, but who do we trust? Like, you know what? If the first time we tried to the first time that we try to recruit an artist, here we go. It's this guy.
That's like I said.
Who's Saturn Nebula Star? I'm really hoping that's just a character that guy came up with. I see a lot of art that looks similar. Oh shit! I think that's a character that guy came up with. It's on that. Yep, Alexei Gribanov. That's a character that guy came up with. Oh wait a minute. It's not a My Little Pony, is it? Or did he just make a My Little Pony and Sonic version of this girl?
Are you sure that's just not an actual girl who drew that art? I bet that's some budding artist, and you're fucking shitting on their dreams, and they're gonna be like the next fucking Picasso.
Alexei EI. Is that a girl's name?
I don't know. Click on it. Yeah, kinda, maybe. Go to the
I'm
DeviantArt page.
sure I'm shitting on the artwork of like a 12-year-old girl, and I have a daughter, so here's some nice crossover art. I'm not gonna say anything negative anymore. We're just gonna observe. Oh man, this person has trouble at home.
Jesus.
I feel really bad now.
I can't wait to like 10 years from now
to
to
see
go
my
and look at
daughter's shitty artwork.
to go to your daughter's DeviantArt page.
Oh my god! So this is like the top half of a not safe for work. You know, this one is borderline not safe for work.
Sexy Dutch Clown.
uh,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is a troubled female.
Somebody likes the banging on the chest pose. It's pretty popular. Look, this is some prolific shit. Oh, yikes!
Is this a girl now? Now I'm confused.
Right? Well, I think it might be a girl because she's going ham on the abs, but very little detail on the titties, and some heterosexual art. I feel like if this was a guy, it'd all be yaoi. Wait a minute, that's some yaoi. Whew. Buddy, I need to get out of this hole here.
You mean you're not inspired?
Oh, dude.
I feel like shit, and I also feel like shit because you're gonna put this on your fucking YouTube channel.
Absolutely,
and here we are.
absolutely. This is the most entertaining my YouTube channel has ever been, dog.
You and I making
shit. I've got 45 viewers right now. No, I'm just kidding. I have two.
It's me and you.
It's me and you. Yeah.
Watching and talking.
The only person I know for sure that has watched this stream, other than you, is fucking King came in here yesterday
to make sure that you were actually streaming.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's how I gave you the stream badge on the server.
I honestly, I don't know if I want the streamer badge because like I liked my Jelly King or whatever it was badge.
Ask him to remove it.
Nah, I'm good. I do want people to watch this YouTube channel. I think this is getting more people interested in this YouTube channel than any video I've made up until now, and this is a lot less work.
Yeah, I saw your newest coding thing, but I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I was actually going to go through it because it's got some of the tips about Visual Studio and shit that I would like to know.
The trouble with my tips about Visual Studio, it's stuff that I'm pretty sure it will do on a fresh install. But I never know, because I have like a developer machine and shit sometimes. Like,
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll go through it and be like, oh, this.
It's stuff that should work.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got 6 subscribers, so unless it's.
I do. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you have more than you did the other day. Like I'm one of them. I don't know if Amy has a YouTube and she subscribed. And...
She did.
Okay, so that's 2. Probably Gaunt's maybe subscribed. I don't know.
I have a mystery subscriber. Like there's a setting on your YouTube that lets people know who you are that you subscribed.
Oh, there you go.
Some people didn't.
So you can see everybody currently that's subscribed to you then.
Sort of. I can see. I can see some of them. I can see like 3 of them.
Gotcha.
One guy made a comment and said he subscribed. The whole thing like makes me feel super pathetic, like having this channel. Like getting a small amount of views. Like it's the kind of sad sack shit that I said I would never do. Like like I'd never go to open mic night at a comedy club. So this is that kind of thing.
Well, the good thing is that your live now picture really sells what you're trying to present.
Oh my god! Is that what it says? Like, yeah. Somebody's gonna look at this live now and think that that's what my games look like.
That's your that's your thumbnail.
Is this motherfucker making a furry game?
Oh Jesus!
Oh shit! I'm not making a furry game, so okay. But I gotta get back to work now. I gotta hit it.
All right, I'm gonna head off then. Yeah. I'll catch you tomorrow after I get out of this seminar thing.
Yeah, we'll see you, dude. But dude, I might not be able to work on this at all tomorrow because I sort of told my wife that I wouldn't work on it during the daytime this weekend, and we're going out for a date night tomorrow. Oh. So like, but actually, knowing Amy, we go out. She has like 2 drinks, and she is in bed by like 9 o'clock. So, so I might still be able to definitely have like 4 hours or something like that. Or no, it's 3 hours now. It's straight up midnight now.
Yeah,
that almost screwed me last time because I thought 1 a.m.
Yeah, The good thing though is that your maps, like, if you really don't put a ton of thought into, like, you can get a decent map out in like 15 minutes.
I would like to be finished with the level design tonight. And if I'm finished with the level design tonight, I'm basically finished with the game. But the only problem is this thing has, and I don't know if it will have, it has zero like story and exposition. I have no
I mean,
idea what the fuck is going on in this thing right now.
most of the games that come up in these jams don't though. Like
That's true,
even
but
even some winners. Like even our games, most of the story, like to your credit though, you had story in your last one, but like most of our games were like just a blurb
yeah,
in the prompt. Like you don't have to actually have anything in the game.
I busted my ass to put some story and character into the last game,
Mm-hmm.
and they fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Like so I'm over it this time. This is an experiment in pure art and gameplay, basically, and limitation. Nobody can say like that I didn't A, stick to the limitation, and B, really work those 5 fucking colors.
I wonder if they're gonna do, in subjectively, of course, if they're gonna like quasi make that category also a theme category.
Oh yeah, I do worry about that. That somebody's gonna,
Yeah.
give you a 3-star on use of the implementation because it had nothing to do with justice.
Yep.
But I hope not. I
Well,
hope because that's not the rules, But I
yeah.
don't know. We'll see. The problem with this whole thing. Anybody can give me 1 star for anything, and I don't even know who did it, much less like hold anyone accountable. I mean, it's not. It's like, and I'm not making that to sound like I want to find out who did it, but I'm just saying like if somebody gives you a 1 star for some shit, you're never gonna know why.
Yep.
And, that's the worst part about this. I would love to know why. I
Yeah.
would love to know, like, if it was a legitimate reason why you gave me 1 star. Is fuck yeah, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know what that reason was.
Yeah. It was the same thing when you and I talked. God, I don't remember what game that was that we brought that up in the Discord channel. I think it was the one that you did by yourself. That was the Yeti game,
Yeah,
the
for sure.
snowbox.
And nobody
Uh,
had. First of all, when you ask that question, it's like, is anybody still racist in this country? Like, not me. You know. So people are like, I don't know. I liked it. I gave you 5 stars across the board.
and you've only got like 1 5-star
I
rating.
know. So that you're a liar. First of all, Second of all, like that's not helpful. I wanted to
Yeah.
know. I want to know why I got the bad scores.
Yep. Yep. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna hop off here so you can actually get back to work and get
Yep.
something done.
Word.
I'll chat with you tomorrow if you're online.
Cool.
But, all right. Later.
See ya. Let's get that music back going again. Okay. Oh, what is this last level for the lasers gonna look like? I want you to have to make some sort of ridiculously circuitous path through this thing. So I could make it maze-like he was talking about. So I need to get rid of some more of this stuff here so I can think. So I think just having an obstacle course of lasers in this one would be cool. But I don't know. I mean, we sort of already have that in other levels. Oh, I know what I could do. I can make the lasers move. I think that would be the play here, because I think I do want to have moving lasers later. Do I want that? Do I want that to be a thing? That's almost like a new mechanic. Whoo! I think I got it. I think I'm going to have a really big jump level where you have to do the float type logic. I don't want you to have to completely skill float through this thing, but I want you to have to do like a big jump of some kind. And I want you to have to do it through lasers. I think that's the play. Okay, so let's, on our hazard level, let's make a big field of spikes here. And then I want the laser turret to be really close. The laser turret. Why can't I select this thing? Laser turret. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. I want the laser turret to be right down here next to the lasers. Or do I want it to be on the ceiling? I think the ceiling would be better. So I want the risk factor to be being close to the laser turret at the ceiling or being close to the spikes at the ground. And so I want the ceiling to be instant death. One way or another. So I think I can make just one really long. Actually, I'll scoot this down a little bit and have just this thing run the entire length of the ceiling. I want you to have room, but I want you to also run the risk of getting shot. I mean, I don't want you definitely to hit it if you hit the ceiling. Okay, so this trip laser, I can take the... I really should figure out a way to make this to where the hitbox automatically fixes itself. Whoops. Okay, so there's my laser. See what that looks like. Wait a minute, am I working on 7 right now? I think I'm working on 7 right now. Yeah, I don't have a duplicate. Shit. Let's dupe this. And then save. So, what am I looking at right now? I'm really concerned. Okay, good. There's 8. That's 7. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna make this 9. And this one's 7. This one 8. I know that's super confusing. Reload. Alright, so this is 8. And that's 7. Okay, we're still good. Why is this shit out of frame? Okay. So if you... Let's just play it right now how it is. I think it's a little too easy. Yeah, that's too easy. Okay. But I want to see what happens if you accidentally nick that laser. Yep, you get smoked if you nick that laser. Okay. So I want some sort of diabolical laser array here that is going to be hard. Alright, so the main arc of this thing is going to look like this. So I want to put something in there that forces you to dodge it. What if I put a trip laser right here. Or right in the middle there. Okay, and then we assign, we gotta assign that guy because that's a new one. Okay, let's try that now. Oh, yeah, up doesn't make you gravity hop. Oh, fuck. Oh. Alright, still too easy. That's fine. So now, what if we put some... like right here, where you need to go through. I want one that, if you go through it, you gotta go through it fast. Oh yeah, you get smoked right there, so that's not a good idea. Let's put it right here. Yeah! That's pretty good. Alright, I like that. I like that. You can hit it and still not take the shot because you're coming down fast enough. Let's put this over here. Ooh. Alright, this one's almost too hard. This is too hard. No, almost about it. Okay, I think taking this out is going to have to happen. That's really hard. That is really hard. Alright, I need to think about what I want the path of this thing to be and prevent people from taking other paths. Maybe if I dupe this guy. Why does that look that way? Definitely I want to get rid of this one. Not because of the weird laser, but other reasons. Actually, I don't like that.
I know they were your friends, Dr. Hodges, but you yourself said their condition was deteriorating, and eventually they would have become dangerously psychotic.
I can say that for later level. Okay. Alright, I'm good with this. We'll call that one good. I think that's still pretty hard. Oh, I didn't add 7 in there. Wait, did I? Okay. I feel pretty good with that. Alright, are we in 9? We're in 9. So let's delete all this shit. No more trip lasers. No hazards. Like I need to add some stuff to my tile palette. So let's copy one of these guys. Really, I just need one of each. So I need to copy like just one of these. That's fine. Whoa, don't do that. Jesus. I want the tile detail. Okay. Copy one of those guys, put it down here. We need the background. Something's not right about that. I don't care. Why does that look so black right now? It's still the same dark green, right? I'm not crazy? Okay. Oh no, I need to do that on the tile detail. Also, I need to get rid of this little bit right here. Yeah, on the tile detail. Nope. Small. Okay. Now I think on this, I need to get rid of background. There's an easier way to do this. I'm just being lazy. Or being lazy would be the better way to do this, I think, actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. Whoops. All the way down if we're gonna do something do it right. Okay, cut that straight across. Badly done. Badly done. What the fuck? Tolerance 0. Yeah, we don't fuck around. 0 tolerance. So I need to make that look metallic-y. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. Shit. Just make it. That's fine. That's fine. Fuck it. I don't care. All right. Now let's just copy paste that guy. God. Do I need to merge that layer down? I'm about done with this thing, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. I mean, alternately, I guess I could have just pasted it in and then filled it, but... Yeah, that works. So I got me some slanties. What just happened? Okay, well that works. Alright, so for this level, let's get rolling! Okay.
Oh God, he's coming back! Get out of here!
Alright, so I want to force the player. I want to force the player to have to grab, but I want them to see what happens when you do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. So no hazards on this one, but the level goal. There's the level goal. Alright, so prefab. Should I make like a little pedestal for this thing to sit on? I think that would be really cool. Let's do that. All these little things start on a little pedestal, let's say. It'd be very Half-Life-y. Okay, so let's start with sort of a box. And then let's give it a curve. I want it to be mirrored though. Is that mirrored? Yeah, close enough. There's our little pedestal. Now let's fill that thing. Alright. Now I want ominous blinking lights. Ominous blinking lights. I think a racing light pattern would be really good here. But I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do this here. I don't need to do it in the tile map. I need to do it... Oh, do I need to do it in the tile map? Fuck. You know what? I can do ominous blinking lights in a different. But I want it. I want it here. I want racing lights. This is annoying. You know what? No, I'm not doing the tile map. I'm gonna do it in a new thing. Okay. And I want to have it be like I want a similar curve to go across the edge here. That didn't look bad, but I need it to be mirrored. Where's the goof? Okay. So 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then I want a straight line across the bottom as well. You know, I have no idea why I want the things I want. Most of the time I feel like they're inadvised. Ill-advised. Inadvisable? Ill-advisable? So what I want now on a new layer here. What is this? Okay, whatever. I'll have to research what that means later. So I basically just want... Oh, you know what would be cool is if we mirrored it. Okay. Okay. Nope. That's perfect. The spacing on that shit. Okay. But we want to go... Do we want to have two lights at once? I think we want to have two lights at once. One more. Yeah. See what that looks like. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I really do. That is terrific looking. Alright. Export sprite sheet! Oh, we gotta say this guy first. Energy harness, we'll call it. Harness is a way too fancy a word for this. Alright, export that sprite sheet. Do it. Sprites. A lot of stuff in this folder. God, I've dirtied this folder up so bad. I should have made a folder just for the tile map. That was my mistake. Inspector. Multiple. 32. Point. None. Apply. Sprite editor. Yep, apply. Flips. Okay. Actually, I bet we can reset this guy. And I bet we can snap him down. No such luck. It wants to snap to the middle instead of somewhere that makes sense. Okay. We'll just make this 4.5 though. We can at least do that. Negative 4.5. Perfect. Now it's snapped. Sort of. Alright. So that's my harness. I need to give it hitboxes. Physics duty, box duty. And I want to take that shit down. There we go. And then I want to have just a couple of empty objects here with box colliders on them. Make them super thin and super narrow, and I can rotate them in a minute. I think the best thing to do would be just to increment on the z-axis. Z-axis. Okay, now we'll just dupe this guy and have it be positive of whatever that is. Now we have a nice little energy harness. Okay, so it should sit there, no problem. So now my prefabs, where's my killer ball? Alright, let's see what this does. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! It smokes you right out of the gate. I love it! Now jump that shit. Woo! Baby! This is gonna be a good fucking game. Yeah! Yes! That's so good. Oh man, I love that so much. Doesn't even have a different gravity scale, but I don't need it. Boop. That introduces you to the mechanics of the gravity ball very nicely. I love that so much. Okay, we're adding that. That scene is done. Build settings, add on scenes. Oh, I love that so much. I'm really pleased with that last mechanic. I didn't know if I would be. That is so rad. Oh my god. Okay, I think I want this next level to be something super weird. Okay, this is going to be a weird one, but you got to stick with me. You 0 people who are watching this thing. Alright, what happens? What happens if I put this thing in a half pipe? What's it gonna do? That's the question. So I want to try it. It might not work at all. It might just get to the bottom But I wonder if I make if I take down if I make the physical material of this shit very not very low friction. What is it gonna do? All right, let's just make the level and then we'll talk about it. So top palette. No, it can't be that. I might need to scoot all this over. This might just be extremely silly. The hell? How do you move this now? Like that. Yep, good. Okay. It works so much better than I thought it would! Oh god, you can't hardly... You slide down this shit! Oh my god, that's amazing! Oh man, that's nuts! I didn't think it would do that! Wow! I did not think it would do that. I want to take this out for just a second because I want to see what happens when you just, you know, let this thing roll. I want to be able to walk up this shit. Oh, you know what the problem is? I know what the problem is. So, my player, this, just for this one, he might have to have these right and left guys shrunk down a bit. Well, man, that's nuts. How do we overcome that? What if you just jump? What happens then? Alright, let's put the fucking energy ball back. Whoa, that was a cool outcome. Alright, I think the energy ball needs a physical material. A physics material. Okay. Energy ball. So I think the friction needs to be 0. The bounciness needs to say... What if I made it 0 friction? What happens then? I don't think it's an issue with the friction at all. Oh, well, I didn't apply it. Duh. What? Physics material 2D. Ah, yeah. Zero. What was going on just now? Okay. See, it's not rolling. I want it to roll, so never mind. That's not gonna work. I liked it rolling. I think we can change the linear drag, angular drag. Let's just make the angular drag 0. See what that does. Well, that hit me just now. Oh man, I think if the thing had less, like, let's go take a look at this tile palette, or it's in the sprite. Man, am I still streaming this shit? Good lord. Nobody's watched this thing this whole time. Andrew watched it, I guess. What am I doing? Sprite editor. I'm starting to lose it. So I want the physics shape. Generate. Yeah, that's the problem. So I want this shit to go completely like that. Yep, just 2 points. Generate. 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 Okay. Whoa. Okay. Apply that. See what it's like now. Alright, now what if I give it a ton of mass? Let's go ahead and stick me over here. Let's just give this thing a shit ton of mass. Same deal. I mean, it doesn't matter how much mass. This is like a, you know, Da Vincian problem here. I don't know how to make it have more force. No, I think this is what we've got to work with. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. Don't fuck. if you know what I mean. Oh, that's pretty fucking nuts, dude. I don't know what to do about it, though. If I change the guy's speed, it's going to affect everything else. So I don't want to do that. I think we just go with it, man. Excuse me. What the hell was I doing just now? Okay. Nope. It's not gonna work. Alright, now on the hazard, why are we making this thing go in the first place? This is why. You gotta walk out of here upside down. Oh, man. This is real shit right here. I wonder if I just made him just faster for this one. Can you make him fast enough to where he can climb out of here? What the fuck? Boy, I don't like this. That's not even a good solution. Why is it not just pushing him? You know what? This, just for this one, we can disable the triggers, let's say. See if that's the issue. What is going on? Oh. Well, let's not disable him. Let's disable the box collider. Whoa, Jesus. Turn his speed down too. Back down to 5. That's still legitimately not the issue. How about this? Let's give him a physical material. Ninja. Friction 1. I don't know, it's worth a shot. It's probably gonna fuck everything up though. What if we turn it up? That seemed to help. Hey, that's so much better. Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Turn up to 100. Okay. What just happened? What is going on? Oh, I'll put that in hazard. Duh. Okay. I want that shit in walkable. That was fucking hot. That was really good. Okay, so first thing I need to line this fucking thing with spikes. I think this little area right here could be safe. No, I want it not to be. That's fine, whatever, I don't care. wrong button. That didn't fire at all. Why not? Oh. Oh, fuck.
You're all alone in this world.
I'm good with that. I'm starting to really wind down here. I don't know why, if anybody's still watching this, why. Oh, okay. God damn it, not project settings. All right, it's rally time. It's rally time. Last scene of the game. Let's do it. What is the goal of this game going to be? What's the thing? What's the thing? What's the goal at the end of the game? What are we trying to get here? If it was going to be a new suit, that would mean like 4 more levels or something with the new suit that does some new thing. But I don't want that. I don't want to make any more levels, so a new suit's a bad idea. Maybe a sword or something. But then a sword, they'd want to use the fucking sword. So anything that you put on your body, they're going to want to use. And if you don't have more levels, that's a bad idea. Maybe just a crystal. Just a crystal or something. All right, just a crystal. Let's spend a dick here drawing this crystal. How about? I'll animate it later. All right, yeah, that's gonna do. It's gonna have to do for now. Oh. Fuck.
Technological change. Television viewing became common in third world countries.
Okay, it's pretty much impossible.
Modern internet began with the ARPANET. Arcade games
I need to make this
became
one.
a major industry. VHS
Energy ball.
won out over Betamax. Sorry, Betamax.
1.5. Oh, I need to make it 2.
Personal computers experienced
I think that might be it.
exponential growth.
I think that might be it!
Boomboxes and the Walkman transformed music culture. Synth pop and new wave were developed by many British and American artists, becoming a decade-long phenomenon. Drum machines and electronic instruments dominated the music production landscape. And let's not forget epic synthesizers. The 1980s.
Oh, that last one was too low.
Let us not forget what the 80s were. Let us not forget to keep the spirit alive.
Fuck!
To keep the 80s alive. To keep us alive.
Yeah! That's what's up! I'm willing to call it. I want to make that shit narrower. What? Scene. I think we're done for tonight. Good God.